I once performed at a prison where halfway through, 5 inmates walked out. Which is extra upsetting, because you know they're just going back to their cell. I would get stabbed so quickly in prison that I have a terrible snoring problem. It's bad. So I went to the doctor, and it turns out I have sleep apnea, which if you don't know what that is, that's a medical condition where you're so out of shape that sleep is just a little too much exercise for you. Wake up early. I used to be a substitute teacher, and in the training to be a sub, thank you, I'm a hero. And in the training to be a sub, I'm about to get us up, they said, don't have sex with any of the kids. They said that. And the guy next to me wrote that down. I took out a pen, I was like, what are you doing, buddy? You know that's a law, right? School policy. Speaking of perverts, what a year we had, huh? My God, one creep after another? Boy, do we owe Pee Wee Herman a big apology. Yes. We owe that man an apology. Some of you might not remember, but 25 years ago, his entire career got destroyed because he got caught pleasuring himself in a porno theater. We should go back in time and give him a medal for doing it correctly. He didn't make anyone watch. He did it in the back of the theater like a gentleman. Also, someone had to tell on him, which I find hilarious. Think about that. Someone had to literally go up to the box office and be like, excuse me. Excuse me. Me and my family are trying to watch his porn. People get offended by everything. My favorite thing from last year, people tried to boycott the Beauty and the Beast movie because apparently there's a scene that suggested Gaston's sidekick LeFou was gay. And I saw the movie. It's blown so out of proportion. All it is, at the end of the movie, there's a dance, and there's just a quick shot of LeFou banging a guy. That's it. Hey, I get why homophobes don't like that movie. Because what do homophobes always say? Well, if you let gay people get married, what's next? Someone marrying an animal? And that's literally the plot of Beauty and the Beast. So people are morons. I was talking to an Uber driver the other day about transgenders in the military, and at one point he said to me, I would never want to be in a foxhole with a transgender person. I was like, dude, if you're in a foxhole, you have way bigger things to worry about. Like, why are you fighting in early 1900s trench warfare? There hasn't been a foxhole since 1942. Are you a time traveler? That's what you should be concerned about. And you're Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap, going from one arcade battle to the next. Hey man, call me old-fashioned, but I don't need no transgender fella hovering around while I'm pouring gunpowder into my musket. Call me traditional, but I don't need no non-binary pansexual helping me push a battering ram into the door of the castle we're storming. Some of you are laughing and some of you are just staring at me. I just want to say, I didn't spend 25 minutes on Wikipedia today for you all to just stare at me, all right? There's a lot of homework for that bit. I'm fascinated by the excuses for racism. One time my grandpa said something racist, and my mom tried to defend it. She was like, well, he's from a different time. He's from a different time. And I'm like, yeah, but the only problem with that is he's not. He's from right now. then time moved forward, and he's still in time. That's how time works. If you're alive right now, you're in it. Certain old people, not the ones here tonight, you're all great, but certain old people only have trouble adjusting to racism. They don't have trouble adjusting to other changes, and it's BS. Like an old person will be like, I don't think black and white people should date, because that's not how I was raised. And that's fine, you can say that, but then I don't ever see you riding an escalator. Because you weren't raised with that shit either. Every time you see an escalator, you should be like, who put this roller coaster in the mall? And just run away. Sometimes I read articles that make me furious. I read an article recently that might divide the room a little. It's a true story about an octopus named Inky that crawled out of a tank in the New Zealand aquarium, went through the window, and back into the ocean. True story. And the line of the article that made me so mad, Karen Ballard of the Washington Post wrote, "This cephalopod version of Shawshank Redemption." She compared it to Shawshank Redemption, even though it is the exact freaking ending of Finding Nemo. There's no connection to Shawshank, none. So I wrote her an email. Dear Karen, never in my life have I been more outraged by a missed opportunity to reference Finding Nemo. How can you make such a glaring error? The only excuse I can come up with is that you ironically suffer from the same form of dementia Dory suffers from. In conclusion, aquariums are nothing like prisons. For example, fish don't walk out when you're performing stand-up at a goddamn aquarium. She didn't write back. 2 months later, she came out with another article that I couldn't help but perceive as a very secret and coy F you to me. And this was a line in that article. Convicted killer Matt Harris recently escaped from a prison in Tennessee by using power tools to dig a hole through his cell. A hole he covered up each morning behind a poster of Rita Hayworth. This human version of Finding Nemo